The Wami Amazfit. Do I still recommend it? So as you guys remember, I did my unboxing and first impressions. The Amazfit. I said, hey, it's $60. Not bad. And at that price point, I said, yeah, why not go for it? Well, I've been wearing this watch for about 3 weeks now, maybe 2. And here are my thoughts about it over that time period. So over the course of that period, I've had to charge it twice, at least twice, maybe 3 times. First time when I first got it, just to get the full battery and see how long it took before it wore out. And then I wore it and I changed the settings. It wasn't on the recommendations. And on average, what I was getting with the battery life from this was 6 days before I needed to charge it, 6 to 7 days. You can push 7 days, but I'll read off the settings that I have. So with my settings, I changed the heart rate sensor to monitor it more frequently every 10 minutes. So I changed that initially and for the first round. And the battery life didn't last too long, so I changed it again to sleep. Let me get on here real quickly. So right now we're at 81%. And last charge was 2 days ago. So you can change your watch face settings, which affects the battery life, and I changed that. Heart rate detection, so there's 3 heart rate detection modes. You can turn it off for one, which makes no sense. You got it, why not use it? And then there's one for the sleep assistant, and then there's one for the automatic heart detection for a 24-hour heart rate monitor. And both of those other options, the sleep assist and the automatic detection, do affect the battery life. And I switch around between both of those, and from what I'm seeing, it doesn't really matter which one. I'm still getting about 6 hours of battery life. I stopped using the sleep assistant, and I'll talk about this later because I'm not wearing it when I'm sleeping anymore. But in terms of the heart rate function, I found it to be similar, on par with some of the other devices that I was using on the machine. Now, I have a Polar chest strap, and I still need to test that one out and see how it goes with it, because that's kind of a gold standard, but we'll see. So far it's kind of, I'll say it's okay. It has a good trend. I'll show you guys a chart of one of my workouts right here. So the chart keeps going up at a consistent rate, shows you your average and then your maximum heart rate. You also get that information on their watch as well, which is pretty nice. So that's one of the benefits that I like with it. With the long button press right here, you can program it to either be a outside run, cycling, or treadmill activity. And those are the only activities that are actually available. It's not a robust setting, but really those are all that I do. I cycle, I use the treadmill, and I will go out for a run occasionally, and I do walk. So it's able to track all of those. It doesn't have an automatic feature where it's able to notify you or start recording once it recognizes an activity. It doesn't have that. That would be nice rather than having to do it every single time. So that's a downside. The GPS I found to be pretty accurate. I went for a bike ride and it was pretty spot on for the distance and also the location for where I was. So that was pretty good. I was impressed with that. And as far as comfort and fit, I still feel like it is comfortable. I can wear it and not really notice it. It doesn't irritate me in terms of immediately, but long term it did irritate me, going back to my reason why I no longer wear it while I am sleeping. So I got a rash on my arm from the first 3-4 days of wearing, maybe 3 days. I had it on pretty constantly and I slept with it. And it was pretty cool because it was telling me you can still see the rash a little bit, but it was telling me when I was going to bed and when I was waking up, which is pretty accurate, and it was a pretty good data to kind of see and assess because I'm always curious about how I'm sleeping, so that was pretty cool. So I had to take it off because I had this rash all over my hand, and I don't know. I don't think that's really the best trade-off there. I don't mind a little I don't mind a little discomfort here and there, but if you're getting the rash, that's kind of weird. So that could just be from the band. I am looking at other bands potentially to get. So after I took it off, when I had that rash, I then put it back on and for like 2 days or something like that. And when I took it off, I saw my skin was peeling this time around. So I actually took a picture of that one. So as you can see from that, goes all the way around. Um, not the best thing to happen while wearing a product. So I'm significantly reducing how often I'm wearing the watch. I don't wear it as much unless if I'm actually going to be working out or going for a walk so it can track my steps. Yeah, so with the advertisement of the 30-day battery, which I felt like was a huge selling point for this device, it didn't live up to my expectations. I'm getting 1/3 of that at 1/3, 30 days. Yeah, 1/5 of that. I'm getting 1/5 of that at, with just 6 days of battery life before I need to recharge. Now, the downside is some other smartwatches can give you that level of battery life. So at that point, the question is, what's the benefit of then having this cheaper device if it doesn't live up to that 30-day estimate with these additional benefits? Essentially, to reap the benefit of that 30-day battery life, you need to have this watch pretty much just telling you the time, and sure, maybe track your steps. But that's it. Now, is that nice to have? Yeah, but then you miss out on all the functionalities. And really, you might as well just get the, I forget, it was acquired by Nokia, but they have that watch as well. It looks nicer, it looks like a modern watch, but it just has these additional benefits, sleep tracking and tracking your steps. So then, like I'm saying, if you're losing a lot of that functionality in order to get that battery life, I'm saying maybe that extra $20, maybe even $40 might be worth it, because then you have a much more capable device in something like the TicWatch, maybe with your Gear Fit, Samsung Gear Fit. So you might be better off with that. As for me, it still gets the job done, and I don't have buyer's remorse. It would have been nice if it was maybe like 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks of battery life with the way I was using it. But it is what it is. Peace out.